Hello, welcome to another Dhamma meeting where we will discuss the Buddhist practices of charity, morality, and meditation. Everyone who is interested is welcome to join. We will wait for our first participant to enter the room. And tonight happens to be Rohini, Rohini from England, UK.
Good evening, Ajahn.
How's everything with you?
I'm very well, thank you. I continue with my practice. It's going well. Still a lot of defilement, so which I'm trying to.
Have your defilement been treating you kindly?
Not too good.
Not too good. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
They are our enemies. We have to kill them all.
Yeah. I'm thinking of going fasting or something. I'm on 8 precept, but still.
Good. It's a good idea. Try it. It doesn't.
Still craving for, even though I eat between 6, certain, in the morning, but still kind of waiting for the time like that. I don't, which I.
You should do some food contemplation. Every time you think about food, think about
in the morning, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, kind of.
Every time you think about food, think of the negative side of food. When it becomes spoiled, when it enters the body.
I saw one of Ajahn talks, the fasting helps. So I'm thinking of doing about 2 or 3 days fasting. Probably might help. I will let you know, Ajahn, how it goes. So I'm thinking very soon.
Good.
Yeah.
It can boost your practice because you cannot remain complacent when you're fasting.
Yeah.
So
I have no any other worries to think about, because so just some crazy defilements. Apart from that, I have no any other questions, so I just want to listen to Ajah's advice, and I just want to pay my respect.
Yes, fasting is a way of forcing you to do more practice, because when you fast, you have hunger to deal with, and meditation can solve half of the hunger, the mental part, which is stronger than the physical part. Once your mind becomes calm, the hunger can disappear. Then you feel that the physical hunger isn't that much of a problem. You can live with it.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Yeah, I'm also reading Ajah's, the Dhamma talk in written version again and again to get some encouragement. So thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you.
I hope you succeed.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, Claudia from Switzerland. I haven't talked to you for a while. I've seen you came in and went out.
Yeah. Good afternoon from Switzerland. So far everything is well here. Yeah, I was in and out because once in a while I left. So I was staying for about 1 hour or 1 hour or 90 minutes. And then I left. But if I would have had a question, I would have asked on Facebook. So everything is fine.
Okay. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to be here again. Thank you so much. No questions at the moment. Thank you.
Okay. Next, Alvin from Malaysia.
Namaskar, Ajahn. I don't have any question. Actually, just make a comment. I think Ajahn mentioned about defilements. I have the same problem as well. Sometimes I feel that the defilements has reduced, then suddenly, the following day is increased again. So just it's just fighting against it. But I remember one of the Ajahn, I can't remember which book was it, said that it's just like meditation is just like playing snake and ladder. Sometimes you move up and then you get eaten and then move down to the snake pit. So I suppose this is the thing that I'm going through as well. Yeah, that's a comment.
Yes, you just have to keep on fighting until all your defilements are gone. If not before that. So you just have to be vigilant. Keep watch out for your defilement. Sometimes they just hide. They don't come out right away. Sometimes, so sometimes you have to even lure them out. Try to use something to lure them out.
Yep. It's just like simple things, just sometimes I don't. I try to fast after afternoon. Some days I can do it, and then some days I just see food and just put a piece in my mouth, and that goes my effort for the whole day. Yeah.
Because you never study the unpleasant part of the food. See, you have to look at the other side of the food when it enters your body and when it leaves your body. It doesn't look very savory like when it's on the plate.
Yeah.
That's what you have to look. If you can look at the whole process from plate to toilet bowl, then you can win. You can conquer the cravings for food for permanently. You will not crave for food anymore. You just only eat it like when you have to, like taking medicine.
Yeah. I suppose now my fasting is more of determination. I mean, rather than understanding. I'm able to fast some days. It's probably because of my strong will to not eat, rather than understanding the repulsiveness of the food.
Yes. If you want to overcome your craving for food permanently, then you have to look at the unpleasant side of food. Okay.
Thank you.
Every time you think of food, don't think of food on the plate. Think of food when it comes out from your body.
No, I won't eat at all. Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Next, Professor Ken. Is the monastery has the katina already?
Yes, Ajahn, it was about 2 weeks ago now.
Oh, 2 weeks ago. Good.
Yeah, and at the moment, for the next couple of months, they're doing quite big renovation in the monastery. So the space is very, very limited for lay practitioners. They have to make some upgrades for people with less mobility to get up the stairs.
Maybe build a dormitory for lay people. Is there enough piece of land there to build a dormitory or something?
No, unfortunately, they have very limited land. The monastery itself used to be a hotel. It's an old hotel building, but it doesn't have very much land of its own. But
so
they have...
It's just a one building?
Just one building, yeah, with several floors. And now some of the monks are getting a bit old. They have to install a lift on the stairs. And so they're closing most of the monastery for 2 months, so closing part of it for lay people. It's part of their requirements for the building. So
you won't be able to go up and practice?
Probably not until the new year, February, but that's okay. It's quiet for me at home anyway. So.
Any question tonight?
No questions today, Tanajan. Thank you.
Okay. Go to Marco in the Netherlands.
Hi, Tanajan.
Hi, how are you?
Good, Tanajan. Thank you. I would like to report my homework. This week went pretty well. My meditation seems to be going well. I tried 2 sessions of 3 hours instead of the one of 6 hours because of practical situation from a time perspective. And I noticed that after my 6 hours last week, that the 3 hours starting was actually way more heavy than the whole 6 hours. And I have a feeling it's because of the kilesas now. They kind of know that 6 hours is quite a long time. In the beginning, it's new. And now it felt quite difficult in the beginning. But I was able to actually now meditate. So I tried to close my eyes. In the beginning, I was afraid to fall asleep. And it seems to be getting better now. My mindfulness seems to be going up. So all in all, it was a pretty strong week. I'm also noticing that when I'm having discussions that I'm trying to let my my personal view, my ego get less in the way and first listen, try to be patient and try to not hold so fast to my own view on things, which seems to be getting better. So all in all, I'm quite pleased. I have a question for you though on meditation. If you have a good session, is it common to have sensitivity for sound afterwards? So I noticed that I heard my wife was listening to a Dhamma talk, and at the end there was the sound of a bell, and I felt immediately some kind of pity, like tingling sensation. Is that something that happens often after meditation, or?
Well, I think you should just take it for what it is, and don't try to
Search anything behind it.
Yeah, just know that you have it. That's all, and see how long will you have it. Will it last, or will it just be one time thing, or whatever? Just be aware and keep collecting the data. That's what we should do. Don't analyze them yet. You don't have enough data to and it doesn't really matter. Everything that you see, hear, or feel, or touch, you could always treat it as the 3 characteristics. It's impermanent. It comes and go. It comes and go on its own. You don't know who or what caused it to happen, and it doesn't matter. All that matters is for you just to be aware and let go. Don't carry it on your shoulder until now. You should have let it go a long time ago. As soon as you hear and say, okay, make a note, okay, I could hear more sound than before, and that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
So it's really just the observing and taking it for what it is. I do notice that now I'm more going back to my breathing again. Whenever I have a feeling popping up or maybe a thought popping up, I go back to the breathing to focus on the breathing so that it doesn't go in. It seems to be, I seem to be getting better progress like that. And it's difficult because sometimes you just want to think about things. And when that happens, then I end up doing my walking meditation to try to get some rest, which helps too, which I really enjoyed doing as well.
I try to reduce your thought as much as possible.
Yeah, I think that's the key, and I know Tanajan mentioned that many times before already, and I'm noticing that actually brings more progress than anything else. So it's really the letting go of thinking that helps out. It also helps with the mindfulness. I realize now that whenever I'm doing something, not work, because when I'm working, then the mind is with the work, obviously, but when I'm walking, when I'm walking to the coffee machine or going back, then I notice that the mindfulness is there. I do notice that I sometimes get triggered by speak from colleagues, and then I get sucked into the discussion, and I realize, like, when it's something that I like talking about, like football or whatever, then it comes up and it sticks, and then it's like, oh yeah, that's what I was trying to get away from. And then when I'm walking home, I go like, okay, so that's what happens. The thought came up, but I'm actually able to now let go of it. And in the past, it would be something that I would hold on to and kind of explore more. And now it's like, no, it is what it is. And then just continue with being mindful, and then the thought goes away again. So it's helping. It's getting better. And I also like to do the chanting. I did have a question for Tanajan. The Satipatthana Sutta, the one that you recollected in English, which book did you find that if I may ask?
I think it's one of the translation printed by the Buddhist Society, Buddhist Publication Society in Sri Lanka.
Okay.
But there's probably many versions, but I think they're similar. So I think they are the condensed and the extended version. I think I use the condensed one, which reduce the repetition that appears.
Yeah, because I found the direct translation, which indeed has many repetitions in it, which makes it more difficult to kind of stick on. And it's probably my problem, but I would like to I'll find the condensed version then. Might be more
Yes.
beneficial.
Or you can condense it yourself instead of
That's true. That's true.
anything that's repetitious, then you can condense it down to, just one line instead of 5 lines. You can just condense it down. Usually when you something like repeating the 5 khandas, you have to do it 5 times. You can just condense them down to 1 line and include them all in the same line. When body, feeling, thinking, perception, and so forth.
Yeah. So yeah, all in all, good. Thank you, Tanajan. Also with my wife having a lot of interesting talks, getting a lot of progress, seeing improvement there too. Trying to let go more when it comes to my son, because I do realize that I want to be the best father for him, which of course doesn't happen and cannot happen, but it's difficult to sometimes see him do some things which that, well, if you keep doing this is not going to be beneficial for you in the long run, speaking out of experience. And then it's difficult to see him make those mistakes, but at the same time, that he has to make the mistakes himself, because he cannot not make them, because otherwise how will he learn? And I know from a fact that learning the hard way is sometimes the best way.
Yes, just do what you can.
Yeah.
So anything else?
No, Tanajan, it was it. Thank you.
Okay, happy to hear that you had a good week. I hope this week will be better.
We will see. Yes. Thank you, Tanajan.
Okay. Next, Alice. Hi. How's your practice going? Good? You have to unmute your microphone first.
Yes, good evening, Tanajan. Thank you very much for receiving me again tonight. The week has been going well. I've been practicing your teachings and incorporating more about the Dhamma into my everyday life. But I still have a lot of questions that I would like to see with you today. And also, I was wondering if I could share with you some of my life story, maybe, because maybe you could give me as advices about it, because I've asked some people like doctors and friends to give me advices on how to build my life in Thailand, and thanks to the Dhamma also teachings that have helped me to become the woman that I aspired to be. But unfortunately, an illness made that I was not able to really professionally grow as I would have expected. And that's also what brought me to Thailand. But before, maybe I can share with you some of the questions that I have. So the first one is how to take my actions and my decisions more seriously, so that, as you have taught me last week, Tanajan.
You have to think of the consequences that will follow your actions, and ask yourself whether you're willing to accept the consequence of your own action or not. So think before you do. If I do this thing, what's going to happen? And when it happens, will I be able to accept it or not?
Also, we've been wondering with my boyfriend about the karma of butcher as a profession, because they kill animals. And I wanted to stop since a long time eating animals and becoming vegetarian. What is your opinion about it? And would it make me feel more myself if I did so?
Well, you have to separate the two, the killing and the eating. They're not the same. We should abstain from killing. This is the moral precept that we keep. But whether we eat vegetable or eat meat, this isn't considered to be immoral in any way. You can eat vegetable or you can eat meat, and you have the same consequence as long as the meat that you eat doesn't come from your own killing. If you buy meat in the market, for instance, then you will have nothing to do with the killing. But you must not order the meat ahead of time, like tell the butcher, I would like a couple of chicken tomorrow. Then this is considered to be involved in killing. You are involved in killing because you are the one who initiated the killing. You're telling the butcher to do the killing for you. Then this is not good. It's considered to be breaking the precept as well. But if you just go to the market and you just see some meat, whether fish or chicken or whatever, and you like to buy it and cook for food, then this has nothing to do with the killing. You're not breaking the precept. There's nothing morally wrong. No moral consequence will follow from this eating of the meat.
Thank you, Ajahn. My next question is how to be strong in your mind and not take bad influence, such as for drinking or hurting yourself if you don't like to drink coffee on a daily basis. How to stay away from temptations.
Well, first of all, you have to build your mind to become more strong by developing more mindfulness. Because if you can, the more mindfulness you have, the stronger will you be able to resist your cravings. And then you also have to look at the bad consequences that you will get from your action, like drinking coffee. You will become addicted. You have to have it all the time. And when you cannot have it, you will feel itchy, or you will feel nervous, or you feel unstable. So you have to use mindfulness and also knowledge or common sense in order for you to be able to resist your cravings for things that is harmful to you. It might be beneficial at the time when you consume it, but then you have to look at the long-term effect of this action that will get you become an addict to something. And then when you become an addict, you can become weak. When you don't have the thing that you're addicted to, you can feel terrible. So it's better to be free from addiction, any type of addiction. Coffee is another type of one type of addiction. Coffee, or do anything that requires something that is harmful to you, then you should not do it.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ajahn. My next question is the following. I like dancing a lot, but my boyfriend doesn't like to go out to nightclubs. How do you consider going and expressing your joy in life in a more secure environment?
You should have to change your way of having fun or having pleasure. Dancing is a form of sensual pleasure. So there's another form of pleasure that is better, and that is meditation. So try to do more meditation, and when you succeed in meditation, you'll find that the result from meditation is much better than the result from doing any type of sensual pleasure activity.
Also, sometimes I'm afraid of the judgment of others, and it makes me very anxious. I'm wondering how to do at the workplace and in life not to be succumbing to the judgment of other people.
First of all, you have to accept the fact that you cannot tell people what to say and not to say. You have to accept this. They can say good things to you, or they can say bad things to you. You cannot stop them. And there might not be good reason for them to say good thing or bad thing either. Sometimes they just want to say something. So you just have to understand this is the nature of people talking, and you cannot control them. So you have to learn to accept them for what they say to you, and just you can listen to what they say and listen objectively, not emotionally, so that you can learn from what they say. Sometimes there might be things that you might have done something wrong, and they are trying to tell you to correct it. Then you have to look at the fact. If this is the fact that you're doing something wrong, then you should be thankful for them telling you that you are not doing something properly, so that you can correct yourself this way. So don't be afraid of criticism. Criticism sometimes can be beneficial to you. But if the criticism doesn't reflect the truth, they say something bad about you and you're not what they say, then just ignore it. Or you just consider them like a blind person. They don't see the truth. They just say whatever they want to say. Okay?
I see. Okay. Also, in the morning when I wake up, I have a lot of things to do because I want to have a lot of study done and focus the whole day. But it feels like a burden, even though I wanted to do that. What approach should I take?
Well, you have to know your capacity, your ability to do things. How much can you do? And then you arrange them in the proper order, which come first, what to do first, and so forth.
Yeah.
Don't let your desire or your want be the one to dictate what you should be doing. You should let the fact, how much can you do, what can you do, and arrange them according to whatever is more appropriate for you, which come first, which come next, and so forth.
Also, my last question is regarding mental health. When I was studying my master degree, I had a disease that was growing year by year with mental health, and it's impacting today my confidence to find and work efficiently as an adult. I'm afraid that I'm not able to sustain myself financially in the future because of it. What can you advise me to practice to gain back peace with my situation and also find the courage to be confident enough to gain back positivity after my disease?
Well, basically, you first have to calm your mind by meditation. And before you can practice meditation successfully, you need to practice mindfulness all the time first. With strong mindfulness, when you meditate, your mind can become calm and peaceful and happy. Once you're happy, then it doesn't matter what happens. You know that the real happiness is in yourself, not in what you do or what people say or anything. So then you can be, then you will know where to stand in relationship to your mental stability, which is when your mind becomes calm and peaceful, you are happy, and that's what matters. And nothing in this world can make your mind peaceful, calm, and happy like meditation. So just try to concentrate on doing meditation as much as possible, and don't worry about the work or the things that people do in this world. They don't make you really happy. They make you happy maybe briefly when you get what you want, but then after that they don't seem to be important anymore.
Because I felt like an outcast who was really out of society for so long, and I feel very ashamed of myself not to be like everyone else.
Well, we are not the same. See, that's the problem. Don't try to be like everybody else. Be yourself. Be whichever way you can be and be happy with yourself. Then be that way. You don't have to conform to everybody's standard. But there are certain standards you have to conform to, like morality, like keeping the 5 precepts and having loving kindness. These are the only thing that you need to have in dealing with people, really. But as far as success or things in life, they are illusion. They're not real. They only last while you live. When you die, they're all gone. So don't spend too much time worrying about these things. Just do what you can and accept that we all have different capacity or ability to do things. So we can achieve differently. Some people can become very rich, sometimes be very famous, and some people just cannot do that. But that's okay. You can still be happy if you know how to meditate. Okay. So I strongly recommend you that you should work hard on your meditation and
Yes.
don't worry about the other thing. Other things, do whatever you can, and accept that this is who you are and what you are, and this is what you can do. But you can be happy, whether you have much or less, doesn't matter. If you can be happy from your meditation, then you can accept things as they come.
Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay, I hope this information will help you to do better in life, to make you happier. Okay.
Okay.
Next, I'll go to Ao Sim from Malaysia.
Good evening, Ajahn. I'm just listening. Thank you.
Okay. Kok Sing from Singapore.
Good evening, Prajan. This evening, I have a few questions like to seek Prajan's advice. First, just to update Prajan. Last Saturday, I went to Wat Yannasangwararam to participate in the 108 episode chanting, and I make a resolution, a silent resolution before the start that I will not move my legs until the whole chanting is over. So for 2.5 hours, I didn't change my legs, and but when it comes to sitting meditation at home, in the last few days, I noticed that the mind will within an hour, the mind will wander and will be thinking about what am I going to cook, how am I going to cook, and so on. And I'm not able to focus, and I have to switch from sitting to walking meditation. So that is my progress, in the last few days, as far as Samatha Bhavana is concerned.
Okay.
Then, Prajan, the second question I have is regarding I have this tickling. I have this very numbing pain in the last 2 days from my left fingers all the way up to the my left upper arm, and the pain is very subtle. It's not those kind of acute pain, numbing kind of pain. And I was thinking how it gave me a very uncomfortable feeling. And from time to time, when I need to relieve the pain, I will pull my fingers to relieve the pain. And I'm just thinking, how can I contemplate and this pain that I am experiencing now to overcome the precepts of the number 3 of the 8 precepts, because I do notice that I still have this subtle cleaning to it. And so how can I make use of this so-called this discomfort and this pain in my body, to teach my body to let go of this this clinging, this very subtle desire, so that I can practice celibacy.
Desire for what?
I do notice that there is this subtle desire for sexual activities, even though I aspire to keep the 8 precepts. So how do I teach my mind to let go of it? Other than the Asubha meditation, how do I make use of this pain that I'm feeling in my body to teach a mind?
Well, there's 2 separate issues here. The pain is one issue, and your sexual desire is another issue. They're not related whatsoever. See, if you have sexual desire, if you want to overcome it, then you have to use the supha. You have to think of the internal parts of the body, for instance. Look at the skeleton, look at the heart, lungs, liver, and so forth inside the body. If you can see these parts of the body, then your sexual desire will disappear. But as far as pain of the body, the Buddha said this is natural. The body is subjected to sickness. We all have pain, and they are impermanent. They come and go. They are anatta. You cannot control them. So you can learn to leave them alone. Just let them come and go out as they like. But you don't have to react to them in any way. Your mind likes to react to painful feeling. You want to get rid of painful feeling. And when you do that, you're creating dukkha in the mind, which is much stronger than the pain of the body. So just remain calm. You can use mindfulness to face up to the pain. Leave the pain alone by reciting Bhutto, 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 or do chanting. And then your mind will not be bothered by the painful feeling of the body, because it has something else to do. But if you leave the mind not doing anything, then the mind will keep thinking about the painful feeling and will start to have craving for the painful feeling to disappear. Then you're creating dukkha in the mind from that craving. So you must not create any craving for this painful feeling to disappear. Just leave the painful feeling alone. You cannot control them.
Praja, I was thinking of telling the body that this body it will experience pain, and therefore I should not advocate further by engaging in any sexual activities to create even more physical pains for the body.
This is a different issue. You don't have sexual desire, you don't have sexual activity, you still have painful feeling of the body. It doesn't reduce any painful feeling of the body because you abstain from sex. You still have painful feeling, you can still get sick. There's 2 separate issues. I don't think you should link them together. But if you can do it, if you link them and make you feel better, then it's okay also. I don't know.
Prajan, I have another question, and that is regarding dana. What happened is that I have actually made a sudden resolution that I will try to go to make offer dana every Monday for the monks who go on Bindabat. But yesterday the weather was it was about going to rain, and when I see that it's going to rain, I tell myself, okay, since it's going to rain, I will not walk the 15 minutes distance over there, and then later I'll be caught in the rain. But I can feel a sense of feeling of kind of like that I'm not doing, that I've let myself down. I've not keep my resolution of going every Monday. So there's this feeling of dukkha. Yeah. So Prajan, how do I so-called have the right understanding so that I don't have this dukkha arising?
Well, look, dukkha arising from your desire, from your craving. You want to give food, and then you did not give food, so you feel bad about it.
Yes.
You want to keep the resolution, but you're not doing it, so you feel bad. So,
Yes.
so then you either have to give up your resolution or you have to follow your resolution. If you set up a resolution, then you should do it. When you do it, then you will feel good. But if you cannot do what you have set your resolution to do, then give up your resolution and say abandon your resolution and say from now on I'm not gonna give food every Tuesday or whatever. Then you won't feel bad.
Okay. Maybe I may consider, say, if the weather is inclement weather, there's going to be heavy rain, then I may not go out to offer dana.
Okay, you can set up the conditions of your resolution.
Okay. Okay. Prajan, I have another question which arises recently when I have a discussion with a friend. What happened was not too long ago, there was a teenager who was being arrested by the Internal Security Department for who was being radicalized by some extremist ideologies, and he was actually planning to carry out some terrorist actions. So this is not the first time when such news occur, and each time when I read such a news, I do notice that there is this feeling of fear, and at the same time, there's also this feeling of anger rises. And so I'd like to seek Ajahn advice. So what should be the right thinking that I should have so that dukkha will not arise in me?
Just look at it as anicca, dukkha, anatta. Things happen and you cannot stop it from happening. Then you will have no dukkha. The problem is you have craving for things not to happen.
Yes.
So you have to accept whatever will happen will happen.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Can you stop it or not? You cannot, right?
No, I can't.
Okay. And if your mind is not strong enough to accept this, then don't follow the news. Don't listen to the news. If you watch the news or read the news, you have to accept whatever will happen will happen. What already happened. There's no need to react to what's going on, really. It doesn't change anything. Keep your mind calm and peaceful. If you want to follow any news, you have to first be mindful that I must not react to whatever I read or hear. Just accept things as they come. Because this is the way it is. Okay?
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Prajan. I'll contemplate what Prajan advised.
Yeah, you can look at everything as anicca, dukkha, anatta.
Okay.
All right. Next, Anura and Ramya from New Zealand.
Good evening, Ajahn. How are you?
Yeah.
Fine, thank you.
Yeah. So I have no question. So meditation is okay. So peaceful. Even though at work I'm under pressure, but I can keep cool when I come home. So and we are planning our trip to Thailand and India. So we would come at the end of the month to pay respect to you. I think we hope to see you on 1st of December on Sunday.
Okay, I'll be here. I hope, I think. I don't know.
You will be, yeah. So we plan to spend the day at the Wat Yan, the whole Sunday. Yeah. And Ajahn, is it possible for us to see the accommodation at Wat Yan and visit the mountain? Is it possible? When
You mean the ones for monks or the one for the lay
people?
Lay people.
Yeah.
Yes, but you probably have to have someone to show it to you. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I can understand.
You
And
can
then,
contact some of my assistant team. Maybe they can recommend who to
Yeah.
show you the place.
yeah, we try to stay there and do meditation on that day, and join your Q&A in the afternoon. That's the plan.
Okay.
And then after that, we go to India for the pilgrimage. So that's the plan. Yeah. Okay.
Excuse me. Okay.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah. No question, Tanaja. Yeah.
Okay. Ramya, you have any question?
No questions, Ajahn. Just practicing.
Okay.
Yeah.
See you on your pilgrimage.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
All right. Next, Intan. Where are you now?
I'm at Hotel Prajan.
Where in the one on Khao Chion?
No, I'm at Hotel Prajan.
Oh, you staying at a hotel?
Yeah.
Okay. Any question?
I have question, Prajan. Prajan, when I was in Wat Yan, I forgot to change my sila from Pancasila to Adasila, but I practice Adasila. So I'm apologize about my faults.
Well, you don't have to change. You just have to know which precept you are keeping that day. So,
Oh, okay. So I practice Adasila.
so in the morning after you get up, just tell yourself, today I'm keeping the 8 or I'm keeping the 5, and that's it. And then just follow what you have set up your mind to do. You don't have to come. You don't have to go to the monk to change the precept that you keep.
Oh no, I mean mostly I practice like Atasila, but I not tell myself I changed my sila from Pancasila to Atasila.
Yeah, you have to be sure because sometimes you can be cheating yourself. You're keeping it. So you have to know which precept you are keeping, whether you're keeping the 5 or you're keeping the 8.
Okay. Okay, understand, Prajan.
Okay.
The second question, Prajan. I'm very happy and exciting when I offering food to Prajan and monks at arms round. So I do it many times in the morning. At that time, I'm happy and grateful can do it. So it is okay for me to do like that, or I need to change my attitude to give all the food in the one time.
Well, normally people only do it once, But this can be, I think, defilement now because you have to think of giving is an act of giving up things, not getting things, So you're giving in order to get happiness. So you have to, so you feel that you have to do it 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
But that's not the point. The point is to let go of your attachment to your possession. So this is a different type of, I think this is defilement, because you might just somehow have some attachment or some liking toward me, for instance. So every time you see me, you just feel happy, So this is not really dana anymore. I think it's obsession. You have to be very careful. I have many people who are obsessed with me, and they keep following me all the time. So yeah, I think you are getting there. So be careful.
Okay, I understand, brother. I need to
Okay.
catch.
Yeah. Dana is to let go of your attachment to your possession, give up your possession. When you do that, you feel good, you see. But not just trying to divide up your dana into 5 parts so you can give me 5 times. You can do it all at one time,
I understand, Rajan.
Okay. Be careful.
Thank you, Rajan.
You're welcome. Next, Nita and Saket from California.
Good evening, Ajahn. I had a question, Ajahn. So as we had shared, we are planning to go back home and retire and such. However, when we meet other people who may not be on the Dhamma path, they keep putting questions as it's too early to retire, or inflation will get you was one of the new ones. And then sometimes, even though we feel that we have saved enough and we plan to live a simple life, so we don't need a lot, but then this fear or this doubt comes into our mind, and that robs us of the joy of what we are planning to do. So could you please share any advice how we should work with this?
Yes, you forget to factor in another fact that is impermanent. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You might not live out your retirement anyway. So why worry about whether you're going to have enough money to last until that or not? You might die before that. So you have to factor these impermanent things into your decision also, that you cannot predict when will you die or and what's going to happen to you in the future, because if you don't consider this fact, then you might be deluded in your decision. So by thinking that you can die soon, then maybe it's better to retire now and try to do as much practice as possible. Because when you die, you cannot do any practice anymore. Right? That's part of your reason for retiring, right? So that you can do the practice. So, okay, go ahead and do it now when you're still alive. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So don't let anything else stop you from doing this thing. Do the practice. If you can retire now, retire now. Don't worry about the future. Don't worry. Once you start practicing, you'll find that you need less money, less things to stay alive, to be happy. Okay.
Thank you so much, Ajahn, for these beautiful words.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let
this
the
inspired
let
us.
the Dhamma be your refuge. The Dhamma be your protector. Once you have the Dhamma in your heart, you can face any condition. Aging, sickness, or death doesn't bother you. Will not bother you. Okay. So your priority is to do as much practice as possible, because this is the way to build Dhamma inside yourself, to be your own refuge. Once you have Dhamma as your refuge, then you don't care what happens to the body. It's not important. The body is not important. What's important is the mind. The mind now doesn't have the refuge. The mind worries about so many things. But once you have Dhamma in your mind, inside yourself, then you don't worry about anything. You know you're safe regardless of whatever happened to your body. Okay, so practice. So don't waste your time on deciding when to retire, not when to retire. Start now if you can. Do it.
Maybe end of the month or something like that. Maybe not now.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, but don't let people discourage you from doing the
Thank
right thing, the good thing. Practicing is a good thing. Working is not good. Working you just get more money, but you don't get any mental security from working. Actually, your mind becomes less secure because the mind doesn't have any Dhamma. When you practice, you can calm your mind. When your mind becomes calm, that's your security. That's your mind security. Once the mind becomes calm, it can take on anything. It's not afraid. Okay?
And Ajahn, how should we practice diligently on a daily basis?
Mindfulness, start with mindfulness. Control your thought. Using either a mantra to prevent your mind from thinking aimlessly, or you keep watching your body activity. Focus on your body all the time. Don't let your mind go to the past or to the future, worrying about this, worrying about that. Stay in the present. Be merely knowing, and meditate as much as you can. Because mindfulness cannot make your mind become completely calm. It can help the mind to be partially calm. In order to be fully calm, you have to sit down and meditate. But you need mindfulness before you can meditate successfully. So you have to do these two things, mindfulness and meditation. Then go ahead.
Rajan, about mindfulness of the, like in Satipatthana, there are so many types. Like there's mindfulness of the body, which involves breathing and body scanning, mindfulness of the feelings, and then there are more.
They're not the same thing, see. When you develop mindfulness, you use mindfulness of the body. When they talk about mindfulness of feelings, of mental state, they're talking about vipassana or wisdom, to study the nature of the feeling, study the nature of the mental states, studying the nature of the body. This is different from the mindfulness practice. Mindfulness practice has to do with mindfulness of the body and mindfulness with the breathing. When you're sitting down, then you have to be mindful of your breathing instead of your body. But when you're not meditating, when you're not sitting down, you're working, you're doing something, then you have to be mindful of your body working. This is the development of mindfulness. See, the Satipatthana Sutta teaches three different practices. First, the practice of mindfulness. Second, the practice of jhana, by sitting in meditation and using mindfulness of breathing as the tool to get into jhana. Once you have developed jhana, you have a strong mind, then you go and study the nature of the body as being anicca, dukkha, anatta. The nature of feeling, the nature of the mental state, they're all the same. They are anicca, dukkha, anatta. So that you can teach the mind to let go, see. Right now, the mind clings to everything, clings to feeling, clings to body, clings to mental state. And when they become unbearable or not what you expect to be, then you have dukkha, see? Because you cannot force them to give you only good feeling. Sometimes they change from good feeling to bad feelings. So you have to learn to accept all, not just only the good feeling. You have to accept the bad feeling that comes with the good feeling and the neutral feelings. If you have a strong mind, you have strong mindfulness, you have jhana, then you can just merely accept it. You don't have to react to it. You don't have to do anything. You know they come and go, they keep changing. Mental states, feelings, or the body keep changing. So this is the last aspect of the teaching, is to develop mindfulness, to see that the body, feeling, and the mental states are anicca, dukkha, anatta. But before you can go to that level, you have to first develop mindfulness first. So that once you have mindfulness, then you can practice jhana. You can meditate and get into jhana, get to equanimity. That's why you want the mind to have equanimity. Once the mind has equanimity, then it will be able to accept the changing nature of the body, the feeling, and the mental states. Right now, we cannot accept the changing nature of the body, feeling, and mental state. We want the body to be healthy, strong, live forever. We only want good feeling. We only want good mental states. But you cannot have this thing because they're only part of the story. They keep changing from good to bad to neutral. So this is their nature. But we don't see it that way. We only see them as to be good only. They have to be only good. Body has to be good, feeling has to be good, mental state has to be good. And when they don't become good, then you become upset, you become unhappy. But if you know, this is the way things are, sometimes they can become good, sometimes they become bad, sometimes they become neither good or bad. And just let them be, like the weather. Everything is just like the weather. Sometimes you have the summer, sometimes you have the winter, sometimes you have the rainy season. They keep changing. You cannot do anything about it, see? But you can live with them. See? Same way with the body, feelings, and mental states. They're like the weather, they keep changing. But your mind is attached only to the good thing of the body, good thing of the feeling, and good thing of the mental state. It doesn't want the bad thing of the body, the feelings, or the mental state. So it suffers when the body goes bad, when the feeling go bad, when the mental state go bad. Okay, so when we talk about mindfulness, we only talk about mindfulness of the body or mindfulness of the breathing. When we talk about the nature of the body, the feeling, and mental state, this is studying the nature to see that they are anicca, dukkha, anatta. So there are three separate practices in this sutta, not just one. People get misled by the title of the sutta, mindfulness, foundation of mindfulness. So they thought, oh, mindfulness, you have to be mindfulness of body, feeling, and mental state as well. So you run all over the place and can never control your thought or mind. Okay, understand now better?
Much better, much better. Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay. Next, Nining from Indonesia. Are you back in Indonesia now?
No, I'm in mountain. In the
see.
mountain.
I see. I see the same background. This
Yeah, because I
virtual
just
it's a virtual background. It's a picture.
yeah.
Okay.
I stay here until 12 November.
Okay.
And
How do you like it? Okay. Quiet?
I love it. I don't like it. I love it. Yeah, it's
Okay.
quiet. I have a question, Ajahn. I see the poster of Ajahn, and it is in Thai language, and I try to translate, which is, it is easy to spread loving kindness to those we love, but it is hard to spread loving kindness to those we don't love. If you can spread that, it means your mind is high and you truly have loving kindness. You have to be able to spread it. This is our test. And what about to those that don't love us?
Same
Need I?
thing.
Yeah, Tanajan.
You have to have loving kindness toward all beings, not just somebody you love only. It's easy to give kindness to someone you love, but it's hard to give kindness to your enemy, right?
Yeah, and
But if you can give kindness to your enemy, then you won't have any enemies. You will only have friends, because you treat everybody as your friend.
Need I put an effort? Need I put an effort to make they like me if they don't like me
No,
before?
not for them to like you. It's for you to like them. It's not for them to like you. Kindness,
So,
loving kindness for you to like everybody, not to hate anybody.
but if I like everybody, but there are some people don't like me.
That's
So,
up to them. You cannot force them.
Oh, I see. So the meaning of these sentences.
Yes, it's for you to like everybody, to treat everybody as your friend.
Oh, I see. And then Ajahn, I see also the poster, but from Langta Mahabua, it is written like this. If I'm not wrong, don't accidentally go anywhere from Buddha. There is a word Buddha that binds the mind, and the consciousness is the master of control. Don't be careless. Then one day do this. It is called seeking. The overflowing treasure is Dhamma. So it is it it I believe this have the deep very deep meaning. But why every time I hear the word Buddha, I get goosebumps?
Oh, this is your own personal reaction to something that you like.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter whether you could have goosebumps or not. Buddha is for you to calm your mind with. If you have Buddha, then you can control your mind, to make your mind calm, to make your mind enter into jhana. And jhana is considered to be the Dhamma treasure, because it gives you the highest form of happiness.
Yeah, because from these sentences, I mean, the word Buddha is very, very meaningful. So it is just the word, or related to the attitude, to the sila, to the doctrine discipline.
No. It just means that your mind just be absorbed with the word Buddha, so that it will prevent you from thinking about other things. So then you can enter the mind to jhana that way. So, but the word Buddha has special meaning with Buddhists, because it's the name of the Buddha, and everybody respect the Buddha. So for them to repeat the name of the Buddha, it will be easy for them to do.
Yeah. So my reaction, the goosebump is just my only reaction.
It's your personal reaction to something. Some people have goosebumps because they hear something or see something that they like, or But this is not important whether you have goosebumps or not. What's important is whether you can use Buddha to meditate successfully or not.
Okay. And Ajahn, Intan tell me that I should offer food to Ajahn with tray.
With what? With
tray.
Doesn't matter. You can offer it anywhere you want.
Oh, okay. So because I don't want to make her sad, so I use tray. But I believe it doesn't matter also. But
Okay.
yeah.
There's no set rules whether how to offer things to mouse. Some people like to put on tray. Some people just put in a bag.
So
whatever is convenient for you. It's just the word convenient.
Yeah, there are many deers here.
Okay.
And they are they wild or they are tame?
Oh, they're wild. But they might be more or less friendly to people because they've been exposed to people. They've been near to people, so they're not afraid of people.
Because they afraid of me, and I'm surprised to see them in front of me.
Maybe because you are new and they're not used to seeing you.
Yeah, that's why I love this place because it's very natural.
Sometimes you might have a school of monkeys also. Sometimes they come looking for food.
But I'm not allowed to give them food.
No,
Correct?
you shouldn't. You should feed them. They can find food naturally better. If you feed them, they'll keep come bothering you.
Oh, I see. So is it okay if I because 2 times I do meditation in front of the waterfall outside
Well, as
with
long
a tent.
as long as you don't bother other people or hurt yourself, then it's okay. So you have to consider this, whether you're bothering other people or not, or you are harming yourself or not when you do these things.
Because I'm afraid if some animal attack me or something that maybe I bother the admin here.
Maybe if some people like to take the test whether they're willing to die or not, then they
Yeah, that's why I just make a test.
okay.
Will I be attacked or not?
And when you are attacked, how will you react? Will you react with loving kindness or will you react with anger?
That's why I want to know.
Yeah, okay. Then do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Ajahn.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I hope you enjoy your practice.
Yeah, I love.
All right. Next, Stephanie. Steph from Oregon. Have you voted yet?
Yes. I'm ready. My heart is leaping up for renunciation. I am ready for renunciation. That's for sure.
Yeah. Don't follow the
I'm ready
news
to
today. Turn off the
put this behind me.
Yeah.
I've been really anxious and I haven't been anxious in years. I mean, I won't say years, but like the level of anxiety has been
Very high.
and that's why I don't, yeah.
Just
I'm ready to
try to stay away from the news.
yeah, I'm ready to go into my hidey hole. So yeah. Yeah.
Whatever happens doesn't really change your situation really. You
Well,
still
it
have
does
to,
though. It affects women very deeply and it's scary. So I don't know. It's scary.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's almost behind us. And then we got 4 more years to do it again. So
yeah.
it doesn't stop. It doesn't
Yeah.
stop.
Everything just up and down, come and go.
Yeah. The pendulum is swinging. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Good.
Yeah, thank you.
Just stay calm, stay calm.
Trying.
Repeat anicca, impermanent, anatta.
Good hope.
Nothing you can do anything about.
Thank you. That's all.
Next, Levan from California.
Good morning, Ajahn. I'd like to ask a question regarding mindfulness throughout the day. So when I notice a negative thought, emotion, I would come back to my focus on my body right away. And that is a good thing to practice. Is that right?
That's right. Just keep watching your body. Don't pay attention to other things.
So not taking my thinking mood too seriously. I think that is what we want.
To stop them if you can. Don't think. Because when you think, you are creating emotions, you're creating conditions that makes the mind not calm. So you want to keep the mind calm, and you have to stop thinking. It's your thinking that keeps your mind restless and agitated.
But also when we do work and we need to think, then that when we think.
Well, then they have to think. You only think of things that you need to think, but don't think when you don't have to think. If you don't want to think at all, then you have to do it on the day when you don't have to do any work. Like we monks, we don't have to do any work, so we can prevent the mind from thinking all day long. Because the work that we do doesn't require much thinking, like sweeping, eating, and things like this. They don't require much thinking. We can just observing what the body is doing. Then the mind becomes calm and peaceful, even before meditation. And when you meditate, your mind can become completely, fully still if you have this mindfulness all day long. So it's supposed to aid your meditation practice, mindfulness, because when you meditate, you're actually doing more mindfulness. You're just doing mindfulness when you're meditating. You have to be mindful of something, mindful of the breath or mindful of the mantra. So actually, when you do mindfulness, when you're not sitting, you're actually meditating. We just don't call it meditation, that's all. We call it mindfulness. But it's all mindfulness. Whether you sit or you walk, you stand or whatever you do, it's always the practice of mindfulness that we are doing in order to calm the mind, to still the mind.
I also noticed that like I'm thinking about the same thing. So I think that the mind like to concoct the same kind of things most of the time. So this is a habitual way of thinking. Is that right? And
yes, we tend to form habit. Whatever we do, we tend to repeat them.
And in order to break this habit, it requires a lot of mindfulness.
Yes, just takes time. So be patient because you cannot stop thinking right away as soon as you start mindfulness. Your thought can be competing with your mindfulness sometimes.
Mm.
But just ignore the thought and just keep focus on your mindfulness.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually your thought will become weaker and weaker, and then they might disappear completely from time to time. Not all the time.
And I have another question is that when we are pre-ordering a Thanksgiving meal, is that breaking the precepts? Because it's like, like nowadays they ask that you have to pre-order it before you pick it up, like a turkey or something.
Well, maybe, I don't know. I wouldn't worry about that far.
Okay, because
But
you were saying
if you're bothered, then okay, just have vegetarian meal instead.
Thank you, Ajahn. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, we'll go to Vancouver to check and sweet.
Greetings, Tan Ajahn.
Yeah, good evening, Tan Ajahn.
You're gonna order your turkey soon?
I was
Just
thinking of ordering
talking
it.
to Sui that we never ever order anything. Like we never pre-order anything before.
Mm.
Oh, we always just buy something. But I do see in the store you can
Pre-order,
pre-order, but we just never
Yeah. If
never
you pre-order,
celebrate.
then they will have to queue for you because you tell them to.
I'm
But
not sure.
if you just buy something that's already in the store, then you're not doing any healing yourself.
Yeah, and also we don't celebrate. Thanks. It's not something.
Yeah.
That's a normal day.
I was thinking any vegetarian turkey or not.
Well, turkey meal with Thanksgiving meal without the turkey, that's all. Just you can
Yeah.
have you can have the other parts of the meal.
Yeah. I was thinking last time when I was young, like, mom, certain time, like she will have a vegetarian meal, but then they always call, oh, this is a chicken. I don't know, but it's made of vegetable, and this is a duck, and also it's made of vegetables. So
Yes, they have imitation meat made from vegetable,
yeah,
usually made from tofu, I think, in
yeah,
Thailand.
yeah. I was thinking, yeah, that one.
Okay, anything?
You said the mental state is like it's changing, right? Our mental state changing. Like just like our body is changing, our mental state is changing. You're saying but how come um like people, let's say with good karma, the dream is not changing. Like the dream is always good dream. There's no like changing in the dream. I was wondering, like, how come, like, if the mental state is changing, how come you do, like, Putujama doesn't have good dream, bad dream? It's like, if you have a good karma, you always have good dream, like that.
See, when you sleep, when you go to sleep, you dreams, you depend on your good or bad karma to create dreams.
So it's not.
When you're awake, there are conditions that can cause your mind to be happy or sad. Things that come into through the sensual organs, and things that you see or hear or think. This can cause your mind to become either happy or sad, depressed or excited. And there are many conditions that can cause the mental state to change. While you sleep, then this condition that they don't enter into the mind. So the only thing that left in the mind is the good or bad karma. That will be the one that will.
Oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Oh, okay, yeah. Thank you for the clarification. Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't have any more.
As soon as you get up, you start to feel, the temperature or whatever. You breathe the air, you can smell, and this thing can start to create, to make your state of mind changing right away as soon as you get up. When you become exposed to the sensual objects coming into your sensual organs. And also what you think also. You think, oh, today is terrible. Today I have to go to see the dentist, for instance. So your mind, your mental state become bad state that day because you have to face something you don't like. But if you think, oh, today I will get my salary, today's payday, then you have
happy
happy mind, see. So this the mind changing all the time due to the conditions that affects the mind.
That makes sense. But when you sleep, there's no more condition.
Yeah,
And
you don't think anything except the good or bad karma will be the one to generate the dreams for you.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense to me. Yeah.
Okay, anything else?
I was thinking how to use the Itipada towards developing mindfulness.
Itipada, there are 4 conditions that make up the Itipada. Chanta, Viriya, Citta, Vimamsa. Chanta means to have, to love something, to love to do something. It's chanta. Like you have to have this. You have to love to do mindfulness. Do you love doing mindfulness or not? If you don't love, then you don't have chanta. You don't have itipada. You love to make money, right? Okay. Okay. You have itipada for making money, but you don't have itipada for practice mindfulness because you're not inspired. Like money, you know what you can get from money, right? Once you have money, you know what you can do with money, but you don't know what you can get from mindfulness. So you're not inspired. See? So you have to study more, listen to more, study more teaching of the Buddha. Then one day you might see the importance of mindfulness. then you might start to have the love for developing mindfulness.
Mm.
You don't have enough information about mindfulness, just how good it is for you. You only have one information about the money. You know how good the money is good for you.
Yeah, I was thinking this question last week. So
Yeah,
it's
if you study more, you find out that mindfulness will take you to Nibbana. Then you say, oh, this is very important. If you want to go to Nibbana, you have to have mindfulness. Then if you want to go to Nibbana, then you will have Iddhipada. You will have love for developing mindfulness. Love for mindfulness. So you will have you'll be hardworking for mindfulness. Vidya effort, you'll put a lot of effort in for developing mindfulness. So first you have to know what you get from mindfulness. If you know that you can become enlightened with mindfulness, and if you really want to become enlightened, then you know, oh, I have to develop mindfulness. So then you will love doing these things. When you love to do something, then you will find it easy to put in the effort. And then the other two factors, one is to concentrate on your effort. The third one we call citta, to focus or concentrate on your effort on developing mindfulness only. And the fourth one is your thought. Your thought will always think about doing mindfulness and not other things. So when you have this thing, then you will have the four iddhipada. But you have to know first what you are going after, how good it is for you, the thing that you want. But if you don't know what good it is for you, then you won't have the interest, the interest to do it.
Yeah.
So you have to study the teaching of the Buddha. You have to know, first of all, what do you want from the teaching of the Buddha? If you don't know yet, then it's very difficult for you to follow his teaching or practice his teaching.
Mm.
If you want to overcome all type of mental suffering, then the teaching of the Buddha is very important. It's a must to have. With the teaching, you can get rid of all your mental suffering. Yeah. And if you want to get rid of your mental suffering, then you have to practice mindfulness. That's the first step. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, and go back to get to know the suffering.
Okay. You want to overcome your mental suffering? You want to get rid of your stress, anxiety, worry, fear. If you want, then you have to develop mindfulness. That's the first step. Not the only thing that you have to do, but first you need mindfulness so that you can get to meditate successfully, to get to jhana. Once you have to jhana, then you have to develop wisdom to see the three characteristics of existence in everything.
Mm.
Then you can let go of everything. Then when you let go of everything, then all the stress and anxiety and worry will disappear. Your stress, worry, and anxiety comes from your attachment to things. And you want them to be with you forever. But you forget, you don't know that they are temporary, they are anicca. So when you lose something you love, you become sad. But if you know ahead of time that this is going to happen, then you say, so what? It's going to happen. You're going to lose everything that you have. Are you ready to let it go?
No.
No. Or you become sad when it happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
You don't see anicca in everything. The
Mm.
Buddha said everything is anicca. And by virtue of being anicca, it will cause you mental stress, mental pain.
Mm.
If you don't want to have any mental pain, you have to accept anicca. You have to accept that everything is just temporarily. Everything that you have, one day or sooner or later, you will lose them all.
Mm.
So you have practice mindfulness to get to jhana. Once you have jhana, then you have equanimity, then you can accept the truth that you will have to lose everything. So it's fine. You can still be happy with jhana, with equanimity. But right now you don't have equanimity. You depend on everything to keep you happy. So if you have to lose something, then you will become sad. But if you have equanimity, then you can be happy without nothing, without having anything. So if you should lose anything, it doesn't matter, as long as you have equanimity. Contentment. Equanimity really means contentment. So practice mindfulness. Now you might have more interest to do it than before. Now you know how important it is for you to have mindfulness, because mindfulness will give you equanimity. And then coupled with the wisdom to see that everything is anicca, then you can let go of your attachment to everything. Then you don't care what happens to everything that you have. They can come and go, they can stay, doesn't matter. Because you have contentment from equanimity. You have happiness all the time. Okay?
So that happiness is much greater than the happiness from the sensual pleasure. Right?
Yes, because it's permanent. See? It's always there, always on. While the sensual pleasure come on and off. Like you go to a party, you have a good time. After you come home, it's gone. Then you have to go into another party tomorrow. And when you cannot go, then you become sad. But with contentment, with equanimity, you have it all the time in your heart, in yourself, in your mind. Once you have continuous mindfulness, you can keep your mind fully content all the time. Okay.
Yes, thank you, Taja.
All right. Next, Philip from Malaysia.
Good evening, Tanjan. I'm just listening in. No questions tonight.
Okay, Apalachita from Dubai.
Good evening, Prajan. Yes.
You have equanimity, have contentment yet?
Well, I have contentment, and then I think I have to work hard, and then occasionally I lose it. But listening to you, I'm thinking maybe I should just give up some jobs and not take them on.
Yeah. What you need all the jobs for? It doesn't make you any happier or more content.
Yes,
It actually makes you want to have more and more.
and I don't think I can have more. That's not my nature. So, yeah.
Who knows? When you get more money, then you want to buy more things.
No, I don't. I don't.
You don't think so? Okay, good.
No, I don't. I sometimes just think because I have responsibilities, but sometimes maybe overexerting is also not helpful for me. So yes, I don't have
It
things.
means you have some contentment already.
Yes, maybe.
Yeah, but not full contentment yet. You still
No, it's like in fact today I was feeling quite calm, and then towards the end I was like so tired and everything, and then I was like and then I stopped myself like, who's this character who's irritated, right? Like the character of me is irritated, but
It's
that
the
observer
mind.
isn't.
It's the mind that's irritated. It's the mind.
Yes, I have to retract all the time. And sometimes I just get carried away by that mind. Yes.
If you have wisdom and say, so what, let it get irritated. It's temporarily. Everything is anicca. Don't need to do anything. When the condition that caused irritation disappear, then the irritation will disappear.
That is true. Yes.
Or you can meditate. You can calm your mind if you want to with meditation.
Yes, keeping my regular practice helps, but I also know that I can have that pocket of calm and then something can bother me. And then you're right. Perhaps looking at it as like, okay, this is an irritable space. So what? Also is useful.
Yeah, try to see everything as coming and going. They don't last forever. Good or bad comes and go. Don't cling to them. Let them go. Stay with mindfulness. Stay with mindfulness. Just be mindful all the time. Come back to Bhutto, Bhutto, Bhutto. To stable your mind. Once you have Bhutto, once you have mindfulness, your mind becomes stable and not reacting to winning or losing. But, you know, winning and losing comes and go. They don't last. Let them come and go. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Next, Christine Koe from Penang.
Good evening, Ajahn.
Yes, how are you? Good. Have you done with your Dhamma yet? Or are you still going?
This month I think is Katina month. Lots of temple having the ceremony.
When will you go meditate?
I dislike all those lots of people. Those days, I used to go. Now I prefer stay isolated or alone.
Okay, good. Once you have your dana finished, then you should go up and do meditation. Don't just stick to dana only. You have to move up the ladder. From dana, go keep the 8 precepts, and then from keeping the 8 precepts, then you go meditate. Live alone, be alone.
Another 2 weeks, I'm going back to monastery to keep my 8 precepts and do my meditation.
Good. Okay. Is that all?
Yes,
Anything else?
yes.
All right. I'll go to
Thank you.
Belinda. Belinda from Singapore.
Good evening, Ajahn.
Yes. Can I help you?
I don't want to say, but we can't save other people's mind. We have to save ourselves.
Well, you look up to yourself first before you look after other people. I mean, the mind, but like the Buddha, he had to leave everybody and go practice alone until he became enlightened. And after he became enlightened, then he go and help other people, teaching other people to become enlightened. So right now you have to become enlightened first before you can go and help other people. Okay.
And I say like the mind, it look as if contentment, but I feel it's like hiding under the kilesa.
It's just you thinking. You don't know the truth. You just keep your deluded mind keeps cheating you, deceiving you not to do the right thing. Every time you do the right thing, your delusion will say, "Oh, this is defilement," and so forth. It's the delusion, the defilement trick to prevent you from doing the right thing. So just follow the Buddha's teaching, dana, sila, pavana. This is the right thing to do. Samma action, right action, dana, sila, pavana. It's no defilement, not defilement teaching. It's the Buddha's teaching. I don't know how the defilement can twist the Buddha's teaching to become the defilement teaching.
I feel like I'm having defilement. Like I like today I study. I'm doing 8 precepts, but I'm doing like mindfully study instead of doing meditation or doing something that I wish I could have done. But I'm aware that I'm doing something that like reading something that I feel have interest to study. Like I was studying something today instead of like meditate, closing my eyes. So it's a different form of so meditation, is it, Ajahn? Like if I draw something, I paint something.
You should practice mindfulness better than doing anything else. If you want to succeed in meditation, give up everything and just only practice mindfulness.
Yeah. So when I find that if I meditate, I close my eyes, I find it too much tension.
Because you don't have enough mindfulness yet.
Yes.
See?
Yes.
So practice more mindfulness before you meditate.
That's so if I feel very stressed out and I do coloring and I just not thinking things and putting the mind focus on
Better do chanting or
Yes,
listening to Dhamma talk or do walking meditation, do walking mindfulness.
So I just when we chant, we have to chant like 1 hour kind of like we have to set a target or
2 hours, 3 hours. That's the more the better.
oh, okay.
It's like making money. The more the better, right? You don't set the limit how much money you want to make, right? Okay, mindfulness is like money. Chanting is like money. So chant as much as possible. The more the better. Chant until the mind becomes still and peaceful. Okay, I have to go now. We are running out of time. We still have a lot of people waiting.
So one question, if listen, when I chant and the mind still proliferate,
just keep chanting. It means your mindfulness is not strong enough yet to stop them. So keep chanting and ignore them. Don't pay attention to your thought. Pay attention to your chanting only.
If they come, I just keep doing it. I keep doing it, even though it may be very messy, but I just accept
just keep chanting. Ignore everything else. Focus on your chanting only.
Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay, you're welcome. Next, BL and Indira. No patient today?
Because it's time has changed here, so I fall back. It's fall back, so I don't start for a while now. So which is a good thing, Tana. So I have extra time.
You start 1 hour later than before.
Yes. Yeah, so now it's good. So I think things are going well. Yeah, do you have a question?
No, I don't have any question. Ajahn, we are practicing. We were both sick a little bit, but yeah, we've been practicing more. So thank you so much. I always tell Pial, you've inspired us so much towards our path. So we are so very thankful to you.
You're welcome. And Pial, you have any comment on what we said today so far?
Yeah, about the pain is not equal to suffering. All right, so we know that. But pain, the Dukkhata Sutra, Buddha talk about 3 types of suffering: suffering due to bodily dukkha, dukkha, and suffering due to viparinama dukkha, that is due to change. Again, if we cling to only to the change, we suffer. Then the last one is suffering due to sankhara dukkha, that is the real suffering, clinging to the 5 aggregates. That the first Dhammacakka, Buddha gave examples of suffering, old age, sickness, which everyone knows. But he said the Sankirtena Panchupadanaskanda Dukkha, clinging to the aggregates, is the essence of suffering. So the last one, Sankara Dukkha, the thoughts, is the one we cause suffering. So even the body hurts, if the mind suffers more and more, like we are putting more arrows to the mind. It's kind of hard. I mean, it's good when you're sick to contemplate, to see who's making the suffering, the body or it's you, because the body doesn't even know. You have a cough, you have a fever, body doesn't know. Your mind is suffering because you are creating the suffering. Does it make sense, Ajahn?
That's right. The mind, well, the body also suffer of the ailment, of the sickness, but the body doesn't know anything about that. It's the mind who knows, and it's the mind who craves for this thing to go away. That's cause the dukkha in the mind. If the mind just merely know and accept the pain, the sickness of the body, and not reacting to it, then there will be no sankhara suffering arising in the mind caused by sankhara. We have to stop this sankhara, this craving for the pain, the sickness to go away.
So these sankharas are even, I think there was a question about dreaming. I mean, these sankharas are even before we get to the senses, sankharas are already reactive, because if you look at the Paticcasamuppada, avidya, because of our ignorance, avidya pacha sankhara vijnana nama rupa, then salayatana. So that senses are still not aware of these thoughts picking up. So it is already underneath, there is activity going on, and the senses will modify depending on what we perceive. Then with our thoughts, we want to see what the thought is generated already. So even in dreams, in state where the senses are switched off because you're sleeping, but your thoughts are still active, underneath the sankhara is active.
And your thoughts are driven by your good or bad karma. So you have good dreams or bad dreams.
Yes. So that's why it's haphazard. So you have no control. Like
no, because when you sleep, you don't have mindfulness to control the thoughts.
The senses are switched off. So the dreaming, even in the daytime too, when your senses are open, it's kind of a dream though, because but you have a little bit more control. But it's too is a daydream, right? But if you look at actuality of the things, you're making something out of nothing.
Well, your sankharas is creating all sorts of ideas in your mind.
So these sankharas are like is an implicit kind of memories in your system, called ashrava, or whatever the good or bad, as you say, karma you have done. So these are small thoughts which has embedded, it pops up when the time is right, like mushrooms, just keep coming up. So if you kind of
conditions for them to come up, they come up.
But isn't it better, Thanajan, to acknowledge, forgive, and let go? Because once you let go, then they're not going to bother you. But like if you sort of ignore and put it aside, it's always going to pop up.
If you react with cravings, then you will have suffering. If you don't react with craving, you just merely accepting, then there will be no suffering.
So it's like little weeds, like small seeds. If you keep watering with craving, it's going to grow and grow. But if you don't stop watering,
then the craving will die. Now, if you don't follow your craving, then the craving will decrease, and eventually will disappear.
Is it the condition called asavakya, complete free of ashravas in arahat? Like there are no more weeds.
Asava are just a form of cravings, really. Asava, defilement, kilesa, tanha, cravings. They're all the same. They're with a different name. That's all.
I see.
They're all cravings.
They're all craving.
All right.
Thank you,
welcome.
Yes, thank you so much, Theran
Savana. You're welcome. Next, Kapai Lim from Malaysia.
Good day to you, Ajahn. Yeah, grateful to be listening only.
Okay,
no question.
Go to Uruguay. Ricardo, long time no see you. How are you?
Hello, Tanachan. Nice to see you again.
Yes, where are you now?
Uruguay again. We came back from Europe 3 days ago. We went to a monastic inauguration. There's a new temple near Barcelona from a branch of Amaravati. They invite us to go there for the celebration inauguration, and we stay there almost a month, and we are very happy to see that the Dharma is spreading in Occident. In Spain, there are two new. There's one new center of meditation with a bhikkhuni named Samaneri Arindama near Barcelona. And there's another one, a bigger one, monastery, temple, near Barcelona also, but at the north, that is a branch of Amaravati. And we worked there for a few days, helping to bring all together. And there's a monk living right now there, Ajahn Chandako. He's from Spain, so there's a new place to study Dharma, to make retreats and all that. So
that's
we were
good news. Good news.
Yeah, very good, very good.
The Dhamma is slowly spreading all over the world.
Yes, right, right. There were 170 persons that day, and Jan Amaro from England came and gave a Dharma talk and the celebrations. The Thailand ambassador was there too. A lot of people, but very nice and very, very nice to see the Dharma spreading in Occident, especially in Spanish. Yes.
I think they appreciate the Buddha's teaching of love, loving kindness.
Right, right.
Non-violence, peace.
Yes. The world needs peace. There's so much suffering all around. And we can see it on every city that we visit.
There's a lack of loving kindness, no love. Don't always hate, only hatred.
Yes, and selfish.
Yeah.
Yes, but we are lucky we have you to teach us loving kindness. Yes.
Why hate when loving is much better than hating? When you love, you feel good. When you hate, you feel bad.
Right.
But people like to feel bad, so they keep hating.
Yes. It's a mental habit that they've
been programmed. They've been programmed by their defilement, avijja.
Right. And also karma, right?
Yes. They combine.
Yes.
They work in a team, like a team.
Right.
We have to break down this team by the practice of dana, sila, and bhavana.
Right. We are very happy and very lucky to have you as our reminder to keep practicing loving kindness, mindfulness, sila, dana. Yes.
So you've been practicing all the time?
Yeah, I'm trying all the time.
You don't have to work now.
Excuse me?
You don't have to work now.
No, I'm retired.
Okay, so you have time to work, time to practice more.
Yes. I keep watching your YouTube videos, although sometimes I don't have time to be on time here, but I keep learning from all your teachings every Tuesday.
Okay, good. Happy to hear that.
I'm happy to. My heart is very happy to see all of you, especially you, Tanaja.
Okay. Do you have any question today?
No.
Just
I have a whole lot, but not today.
okay.
Thank you, Tanaja.
You're welcome. I'll go to Gary from Singapore.
Good evening, Ajahn. I have no question tonight. Just listening. Just listening.
Go to Roger Teo. Where are you from? This is your first time joining us?
Ajahn, no, this is not the first time. But I've been following the YouTube. I didn't log in the Zoom. So today I have questions, so I log in the Zoom. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Where are
I
you
came
from?
to talk
Where are you from?
I'm Malaysian based in Hong Kong, Ajahn, if you
Okay.
remember me. Yes.
All right.
Yeah, I have two questions. One is regarding the meditation. So when I meditate, like I'm fighting the mental sufferings. So when I achieve the kind of calmness by using the Anapanasati, then I feel there's an energy around the forehead here. It's like my brain is taking a refuge and resting, and then it's like recharging. It's like very soothing. Is that correct way, Ajahn?
Well, anything can happen during meditation, and the way to treat them is to ignore them and focus on your breathing until your mind become empty and still.
Right. And just now you mentioned to maintain the permanent equanimity. Is it you have to go into jhana to achieve that?
You have to go to jhana to have equanimity, and when you come out of meditation, you have to continue with your mindfulness to protect your equanimity from losing.
Right. Is there a special step to go into jhana, or just keep focusing on the
Just
breathing?
mindfulness of breathing.
And if possible, is it like from the time you wake up until the time you sleep, the mindfulness you keep?
Yes, you need to do this if you want to be able to bring your mind to jhana.
Okay, all right. And just now you already answered, if you want to fight the messy thoughts, keep chanting Buddha, can be 2 hours, 3 hours.
Yes, just keep chanting, and the thought cannot come in.
Okay, just Buddha, or have to like chant
anything you like, Buddha, Buddhang Saranang Gacchami, Anicca Dukkhaṃ Anatta, anything, keep the mind busy.
Okay, thank you, Ajahn. That's all I have today. Thank you.
You're welcome. Do we have anybody else? Okay, Sulan, you're the last one always.
Hello, Ajahn. Nice to see you.
How are you? Are you feeling better now? Bad or good?
I think better.
Yeah, everything is anicca, huh? Everything is temporary.
Yeah, everything is temporary, anicca.
Okay.
Then I have a question, which is like when I don't understand like the intention of people, and I don't quite understand what they are thinking, right?
It's not for you to understand them. What you want to understand them for? People are different. They have different agenda. They have different, cultural background. So many different things in a person. You don't need to understand them really. Let them be whatever they want to be.
Oh, okay. But wouldn't that cause like a communication gap?
Well, when you communicate, then you have to understand what they're talking about, what they want to communicate with you. But it doesn't mean you have to understand their character. Just understand the message when you communicate. Just try to understand what they want you to do or want to convey to you. That's all. But you don't have to understand them. Understand the message. Yes, you need to when you communicate. Now you're talking to me. I'm talking to you. You have to understand my message, right?
Yeah.
But you don't have to understand me. how I thought or how I feel or what, what I am, so forth. It's not important. See?
It's not important. Okay.
Some people can be good, some people can be bad, They like apples and oranges. Just
they have different likes and dislikes.
yeah, they're made by different karma. See? We are the products of our karma. See? Our good karma make us good people, our bad karma make us bad people. That's it.
That's it. Then does it mean that I've got bad karma because I don't really understand
No, this is not
people
bad
see
karma.
sometimes.
You don't have information. You don't know how to think informatively. So you have to start teaching yourself to think informatively.
What does it mean by think informatively?
Have the right information about things around you. And the right information is anicca, dukkha, anatta.
Oh, okay.
Right view. Right information is right view, okay? Samma Ditthi, anicca, dukkha, anatta. This is the right information you should be teaching yourself with. Once you have this, then you understand everything. Everything in this world is anicca, dukkha, anatta.
Oh, I see. I thought you are going to tell me to sign up for like those but self-improvement course.
Well, this is self-improvement course. Have the right information, right? Samma Ditthi. This is the start of the process of improving yourself by having right information, right thought, right view. If you see everything as anicca, dukkha, anatta, then you understand the whole world. You understand everybody. Everybody is anicca, dukkha, anatta. See?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay.
So when you understand anicca, dukkha, anatta, then you let go. So you don't cling to them. You don't expect anything from them. Because they are like the weather. Can you expect things from the weather?
No.
Okay. Everything is like the weather. So don't expect anything from anybody or anything. Then you will never be disappointed or sad.
But even like the weather, like there's global warming, then people say, we need to change, we need to do more recycling, we need to reduce our waste.
But how much can you do really?
Yeah, that's true.
It doesn't mean you stop doing good thing. You can do good thing, but you have to realize the consequence of what you do, how much effect you can do will do. So don't expect much, just do whatever you can.
Okay. Just do what I can.
But still treat everything as anicca, dukkha, anatta anyway. Okay, then you will be happy all the time.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, we're running out of time.
Yeah, thank you, Ajahn.
Okay, I hope you remember this. Get the right information, then you will never be sad or disappointed. Because you will not expect anything anymore from anybody or anything. Because they are not expectable. You cannot expect anything. Because they're like the weather. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Now we'll go to Kunjup for more question from Facebook or.
กราบนมัสการท่านอาจารย์ค่ะ We have 7 questions this evening, and the first question is from the assistant Gmail, and it's from Sarasi from Switzerland. According to the theory of dependent arising, how can one interpret the group of animals that are spontaneously born? Do they born with cause and effect?
Well, animals are born because of their bad karma in the past. They didn't keep the 5 precepts. So this will cause them to take birth as animal.
The next questions will be from Facebook, and the first question is from Robert Doust. As a lay practitioner, I focus mainly on samatha when I only have a short time to practice. But on a day when I have more time, like 4 to 5 hours, is it okay to do samatha at first, then body contemplation, even though I have not yet reached the 4th jhana? Or is it better to just continue with samatha to achieve stronger samadhi? Thank you.
It's better to develop samatha first, because the samatha will be a good tool, will support your development of wisdom later on.
The next 2 questions are from Praveen from India. Today, I have a question to ask. If you could explain the 7 Visuddhi.
I'm sorry, I'm not well versed in the suttas or in the
Yes.
academic Dhamma, so I cannot say anything about it because I don't know.
And the second one was about the 24 kinds of patthana. So
Yeah, I
it's
think
the
you have
same.
to search in Google better.
Okay. The next question is from Mini Pool. Dear Ajahn, some Taoist master will say that there is a bardo state, 3 immortal souls and 7 mortal forms. Some Buddhist masters say that we find our true self, we see the Dhamma. That true self will enter into Nibbana. What is Ajahn's views on this? Thank you.
I have no view. The Buddha say we should see the triple gems by seeing the Dhamma. Once we see the Dhamma, we'll see the Buddha. Yeah. And the one who see the Dhamma and the Buddha is the Sangha, the one who practiced, the one who became enlightened, a Sotapanna. So this is what we have to see, really, just see the triple gems, see the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha inside our mind. Don't you know that we all have the Dhamma, Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha in our mind, but we don't see it because our delusion keep blocking us from seeing the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. So when we practice, we remove this delusion that prevent us from seeing the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. So when we see the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, we see Nibbana. We get to Nibbana.
The next question is from Alexander Wolf. I used to keep the 5 precepts nearly perfectly. I practiced at Wat Yan. Now I have troubles with alcohol and strong urges to drink. Can Ajahn advise?
Stop drinking. What else can I say?
And the last question is from Diana Sadi. What is the best technique to use in the moments of cravings and aversion? Mindfulness to be more aware of those states, or some other methods to conquer out of those states before they turn into wrong action?
Look at everything as anicca, dukkha, anatta. Then you can stop your craving right away. If what you crave for will cause you dukkha, you will not want to have it anymore. So see everything as anicca, dukkha, anatta. It will stop your craving right away.
That is all, Ka.
Okay. And that is all for the time we have for tonight, I think. Okay. So thank you for your company. I hope this meeting is informative and give you some information that you can use to help you advance in your path to enlightenment. In the meantime, please stay safe, be mindful, and keep on practicing. And if all goes well, I'll see you all at the same time next week. Thank you and goodbye. And maybe a new president also.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay, Ajahn.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, admin. And
Bye,
goodbye, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.